All right, good afternoon, my crafty friends. How are you today? And today is August 31st, the last day of August. So I hope you're having a great day today. My name is Judy Menlove, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Markham, Ontario, Canada. So if you're on, please say hello. And any other comments or questions you have, please feel free to post them, and I will have a look. All right, so I'm just gonna see if I can get this to come up on my iPad so that I can see the comments. So let me just see if it will come up. Sometimes it takes a while for some reason. Yep. Okay, let me see. Are you coming up or not? Hi, Penny. How are you? Everything well with you, I hope? Well, it doesn't want to come up on my iPad today. Just because it doesn't want to. Oh, there I am. Okay. It's kind of freaky to see yourself, right? But hi, Rose. How are you doing today? Okay. I think, there we go. Okay. I think I'm good now. All right, so let me see, what do I have today? Today is the last day for celebration. So if you want to get any of those free products, you have to get your order in by, I don't know, I think it's 11:30 Mountain Time tonight. Okay, so just a reminder about that. Today is the last day. Okay, I've got rid of that. Okay, so last week I talked about the perfect partners, and I also posted that. If you can't find it, look in the Judy's Paper Crafts, and you will see it there. Perfect partners, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that they're offering limited time to purchase the dies to go with 6 of the stamp sets that are from the annual catalog. I think they're just from the annual catalog, or are they from both? No, oh, you know what? I don't remember now. I think they're from both, actually. Well, honestly, I don't remember. So anyways, they are the Apple Blossoms dies and the Fresh Cut Stems dies, Playful Piggy dies that I talked about last week, the tree trimming dies, the waterfall dies, and the Yeti dies. Okay, so again, limited time from September 1 to September 30th. You can purchase those dies. If you don't have the stamp set, you can purchase the stamp set and the dies as a bundle and receive a 10% discount. Okay. If you have any questions on that, feel free to ask. Throw that on the floor because I don't have any room on my desk. Also, I think I posted this, I don't know, yesterday or the day before. I don't know, all the days run together. Weekly deals. Okay, so starting tomorrow, so for 1 week only, or while supplies last. That's about all I know. They're going to have deals. New products are going to be added each week. There'll be limited time discounts, so it will be posted on September 1, September 8th, September 15, and September 22. Okay, so the ones that are posted September 1 will run until September 7th. Okay, and then that's it, it's done. And then the next one will start September 8th and will run until the 14th, and then that's it, it's done. Okay, I have no more information than that. I have no idea what kind of products they're going to put on. So your guess is as good as mine, but make sure that tomorrow, in case I don't get around to posting it, which I may not because we're going to the cottage tomorrow. So, yeah, so have a look on the online store, and it will be there. So that's all I can tell you about that for now. All right, and that's that. Okay, so I'm going to turn the camera down now. We're going to be playing with the Sun Prince Suite today. So I feel like I'm right on top of the camera today. Okay, so let me turn this down. Excuse my hand. Oh. Oh, oh. All right. Let me see. That looks looks pretty good, I think. Oh, turning the wrong one to tighten this. All right, I got a big thing over there, but I can't do anything about it. Big black thing, which is part of this. And if I turn it, that might be a little bit better. Anyways, okay, we're going to have to live with that. Sorry about that. I think I normally turn it the other way, but it didn't want to do that. So again, my name is Judy Menlove, and you can reach me at judyspapercrafts.stampinup.net. Okay. All right. So here we go. The Sun Print Suite is on page 1991. So you get this beautiful paper that I will show in a moment. You get the stamp set, the dies, and the embossing folder. Okay, so that is page 90 to 91. Okay, so here is the DSP. It's all basically blues. Oh, things are falling off my desk. So the colors in the DSP are Gray Granite, Night of Navy, Pacific Point, and Starry Sky. Okay, so like that's all there is. All right, so we have this pretty pattern. It's a very just, it's not whimsical. It's I don't know, like whispery, like, I don't know. It's just, I can't think of the word I'm looking for. Anyways, I quite like it. It's very pretty. So I'm just going to turn this over. So this is the Gray Granite. Okay. And this one is Gray Granite as well. And then we have these little blue dots. They're not really dots, they're kind of elongated dots. And then we have this one. And again, you can see that it's got some Pacific Point in it, some navy, and some of that Starry Sky. And white, of course, okay? And then we have more of the, this is also very pretty. And this one. And I like that one as well. They're very similar, but they are actually different. Okay. And then this would make a beautiful scrapbook page. However you wanted to do it. I'm hesitant to cut this up because it would make a lovely scrapbook page. So I haven't decided what I'm going to do with this one yet. And then this one is just plain blue. Okay, kind of mottled a little bit. And then we have this one. This reminds me of something going into space. I quite like it, but I don't know. I know my imagination sometimes is weird. And then just some blue stripes, blue and white stripes. Okay, so that is that for the paper. In case you missed this is the Fern 3D embossing folder. Okay, it is on that page, but you may have missed it because it's tucked way in the corner of the page. So anyways, this is a lovely embossing folder, the Fern. All right, and then this is the stamp set. Okay, you're on my mind. Hello there. A heartfelt thank you, best wishes, and happy thoughts. A flower and 3 of these ferny things. I call them ferny things. And this splatter. And then we have the natural prints dies. So the stamp set is called Nature's Prints. And the natural prints dies come with this beautiful wreath. Okay. And then all these little, so these will all cut out the ferny things, as I call them, on the, sorry, I was just reading the comments. So these will cut out all the ferny things on the stamp set. This will cut out the flower, which is here. And these are just extra little things. And, oh my, the words won't come to me today. This little frame, okay, that you can put your sentiment in. Hi, Jean. You're watching the kids are in the pool, eh? Nice. Okay. Oh, all right. So I have already cut out all the pieces today. So I have 2 cards that hopefully I will have time to make them both. One is really easy and one I'm not too sure of. So this one is pretty simple. So I've taken a piece of 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. This is Night of Navy. And then I've taken a piece of basic white, which is a little bit smaller. So that would be 4 by 5 1/4. And then I've taken a piece of the DSP and just cut that down an 1/8. And I've already lost track of the measurement. So just make it an 1/8 of an inch smaller than the white. Okay, so I still haven't found the cap to my glue that I lost last week. I don't know where that went. Anyways, we're just going to glue this on. Maybe. Oh, I'm having problems with this glue, this bottle. You gonna make me open a new bottle? Oh, you know, sometimes I can't be bothered to fight with it. So we'll just open a new, I think it's almost empty anyway, so we'll open a new one. Okay, let's try the, oh boy, that comes out fast, eh? When it's new, I think we need to do something to get rid of that. All right, let me see what I can use for that. Let's just get rid of all this glue here. This was just like way too much. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna glue this onto here. That looks pretty good. And I don't know if there's a right way or a wrong way. So it looks like they're all upside down and sideways and backwards. So it doesn't really matter. All right, and then we're going to glue this one. On to this piece. And yeah, doesn't really matter. Like I said, it's upside down and backwards and sideways, so. And I didn't do that very well, did I? Let's try again. Yeah, it looks better. Okay, so there's our base card there. And then I've taken some little pieces here and some little squares. I've cut them with the Stylish Shapes dies. And I used the second smallest one, okay? So I believe it was this one I used. Yep, okay. All right, so that's the Stylish Shapes dies that I used to cut this. So I need to bring in a scrap piece of paper. This will do. Actually, I'm just gonna, hang on, I'm gonna rip it. There we go. Just so I can see where the mat is. So because I want to make sure I stamp on the mat. Okay. All right, so I'm going to stamp this in, maybe. Well, I can't find my ink pad. Oh, there it is. It was buried. I'm going to stamp it in Starry Sky. Even though my base card is navy, I just found the navy a little too dark. I wanted it, I love the Starry Sky. Oh, speaking of Starry Sky, oh, remind me, I'll have to show you at the end if I remember, which I probably won't. Rose says, keeps raining here. Really? Every 10 to 20 minutes for, wow, very strange. Well, we keep getting cloudy, but I haven't seen any rain yet. You keep it up there in Stouffville, Rose. We don't want it. All right, so I am just going to stamp these little pieces. I just want the ends here to go on an angle and to go toward, can you guys see? I want to make sure I'm on camera. Just kind of go up like that. Whoop. Perfect. one. And then we're going to take this one, and we're going to do the same thing. Want that to kind of go up there. Like that. Nice. And then we have this big one here. Stamp it. And it's also going to go on an angle up like that. Beautiful. All right, and then I have the hello there. So I'm going to use that on the last one. And we're just going to stamp it in the middle. All right, there we go. I'm going to move all this out of the way so I don't get ink on it. Okay. All right. I don't know why. I feel like I only have half a screen here. Anyways, okay. All right, so done with that. And this, I told you this is a simple, simple card. And I'm just going to lay it out here. I want all these to kind of come into the middle. So put that one there like that. And that one there like that. See how pretty that looks? Okay, and then I'm just going to pop it. So let me get some dimensionals. And we will do that. I know I'm going chintzy on the dimensionals today. That looks pretty good. I'll probably never get it straight. Okay, it needs more dimensionals. Otherwise, it's going to just kind of be lopsided. So I didn't do that very well. Now I have to put 2 more on. I think I could probably get away with 3, but let's try this again. Right about there, I think, looks pretty good, hopefully. Okay, and then we'll do this one. Yeah, I'll just put 3 on. Whoop. There we go. And we'll pull this off. Yeah, the trick is to line this up so it's even with the other one. How about that? Does that look pretty even? Looks crooked. Looks crooked on the side. Oh well, best I can do. Best I can do to line things up. Okay, so what's going on with you guys? Anything exciting? Anything at all? I have no news, nothing exciting in my life. And one more. Peel the backs off. And we'll put that one towards the middle as well. And yeah, they're not perfect by a long shot, but let's see if I can move this one a little bit because he is a little crooked. Sometimes you can move them, sometimes you can't. No, it's still crooked. Oh, I think this one's crooked now. See, you start, one's fine, and the other one's crooked, then the next one's. Yeah, these dimensionals are really unforgiving. Okay. That looks a little better. There. All right, and there it is. See? Easy, simple, quick. All right. So if you want a simple, quick card to make, you don't even have to use this DSP. You can use whatever DSP you have, and use whatever stamp set you have, and just put a couple of little things on there and a little sentiment, and you're done. Okay. All right, that's that one. Now this other one, it's going to kind of look like this, except I thought I would do it in a different color. Okay. So just to give you an idea of the difference it can make. So this one was done in navy. This piece here, I've cut the wreath out in white and then the one in navy. But the one that I cut out in the navy, I actually I cut it out of the DSP, although you can't really tell. You can see a little tiny piece of Pacific Point up there. But anyways, so this is the green, and again, I've already cut all the pieces. So let's see what we can do with all of this. Look at all these pieces. All right. So we've got a base of thick Whisper Basic White. And again, it's 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Then we have some Granny Apple Green. I kind of wanted to do it in Parakeet Party, but I thought it was just a little too pale. So, and then I took a smaller piece of the Basic White and embossed it in with the Fern embossing folder. I got little scrap pieces of paper all over it. Okay. All right. So let's glue all this together because nothing is being popped. Nothing's going on. That's the old glue. Let's try the newer one. So we'll pop that on that. Okay, and this looks like, if you want the measurements, this looks like I've just cut it 1/8 of an inch smaller. Okay, and then we'll glue the embossed piece on. Yeah, I don't know why I only have like half a screen here. I already like the green better than the blue. Yeah, me too. Okay, that goes that way. All right, and we'll glue that on. Okay. Now this, I didn't know what to do with this, so I just kind of offset it a little bit. All right, and I didn't even know where to put the glue or anything. So I just guessed and just stuck it on here and there. And if it doesn't work, then so be it. I'll have glue everywhere. It won't even come out now, so. I think I tried to put a lot of it on the outside. But then when you offset it, the outside is only on one side. But anyways, again, as long as there's enough to hold it in place, that's all I want. I don't need a lot. All right, so we're just gonna offset this a bit. Maybe like that. There. And again, like I said, as long as there's enough glue to kind of hold it in place, that's fine. And I glued it on the mat. See, I have glue that didn't go anywhere, but it's on my mat. So I can just take a damp cloth or a baby wipe, whatever, and wipe it off. I love my silicone mat. If you don't have a silicone mat, you need to get one. Okay, now I'm going to turn it over because it's wet. So I'll just do it on this side. All right, so now I'm just going to glue this down. Now what I noticed when I did this one, just food for thought here, was that I had this big empty space here, so I didn't like that. So I'm going to rearrange the wreath because it was like that. So I'm going to rearrange it so there's something over there. Okay, and I'm not going to pop it because I'm going to pop all the other things. So let me get rid of this. And I'm just going to put the glue on wherever. I can't get little pieces to come out here. It's just big blobs. Big blobs. That's what you get with new glue sometimes. Big blobs. Okay. I think that's probably good enough. Again, I don't need it. It'll stay with everything, so. All right, put that back there. Where's that little piece? Okay, so we'll put that there like that. I think I also move this up a little bit higher. There we go. Okay, now I'm just going to stick that piece there. I think I have to kind of organize my thoughts and how I want to do this. And that piece kind of there. Actually, maybe I'll have that one going out like that. And I want a little piece of green here, maybe. Let's see. Like that. And another piece maybe here, like that. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put a bit of glue on here and adhere it to this. Maybe like that. It's going to hold it for a second. Now I got glue all over me. But that's okay. And then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. Just a little bit of glue. Come on. Okay. And we'll do the same thing. So it's going to go there. I'm really totally improvising here. Oh, that already moved. Get over there. Okay. Now I'm really covered in glue now. Okay. I don't know. I don't like that. Looks like reindeer antlers to me. So maybe we'll move it down here a bit. Now it looks better. Okay. All right, where's my things? Here they are. So I'm going to pop these up. So we'll put one there. And we'll put one over here. And we'll put one at the very top there. And we'll put one here to hold all this in place. And then we'll just do one more here. All right. Then we will pull them all off. You guys are quiet today. Maybe I'm just quiet. Ugh. Okay, so what do you think? Maybe there like that? Yeah, sure. There's no right or wrong. I have no idea. I'm just, I'm just winging it. Winging it. And then we'll just put that one kind of like that. So now I can't put a dimensional there because it's already popped there. So I think I might actually just get a little mini dimensional and put it at the very end here. Like that. And then a bit of glue here. This glue doesn't understand what I mean by a bit of glue. Oh. There. Okay. All right, so maybe like that. Okay. And then last but not least, well, maybe, geez, I got little pieces of this everywhere. Okay. So we're going to put a dimensional here. And we're going to put one on the bottom here. Yes, I did this and I didn't like it, so I had to flip it over. Okay. So now I can't put one up on the top here because it'll be on top of that. So one there like that, one at the bottom, and one at the bottom over here should be okay. And I think that should be good enough. All right, let's see. Right about there. Just want to make sure that isn't anything, no, there's no dimensionals on top of another dimensional. So there we go. Best wishes and happy thoughts. Okay. These are just going to stay loose. That's fine. Okay. So then I took, I couldn't find any Granny Apple Green of anything. So I took some Rhinestone Basic Jewels and I colored them with the dark Granny Apple Green. And they're still kind of limey looking, but it's all I've got. So it's going to have to, just going to have to do. Okay. And I'll take my little jewel pick here. And I'm going to put one down here. See, they dry pretty quickly. And let's put one over here. Why do I have some glue there? Okay. And then the other one, I'll just put him, where do I want to put him? Well, I don't know where I want to put him, so he's stuck to my finger now. There we go. You know what? I'm just going to put two over here. There we go. And that is that one. So what do you think? All right, so there is the green. And there is the blue. Now the blue, I did the same thing. I colored it in the with the navy blend. Okay. So see the difference in the color? Like, you know, the blue is nice, but the green's just, I don't know. I just much prefer the green. It's just that much softer. And I don't know. It's just, anyway, so I just wanted to show you that you can make the same card, exactly the same, well, except for the fact that the wreath is turned a little bit more, and in two different colors and get a totally different look. Okay, so I hope you like that one, and this is the other one we did. Okay, and again, this was so simple to do. Now, this one that I didn't do the stitching. Okay, I just cut 4 squares out of the white. This one I actually used the die that has the little holes around it, which I just thought added a little bit of dimension to it. So I much preferred that. Anyways, all right, so any comments? I hope you like them. We didn't do that. Oh, no, you know what? I forgot to show you something else too. Okay, so this was bothering me, so I thought, oh, I have to use this. I just have to use this and see what it does. So I took a note card. You know, we sell these little note cards, basic white note cards and envelopes. They're a little bit smaller. The cards are only 5 1/8 by 3 5/8, so they're the perfect size. Anyways, so I took the Parakeet Party and the Tahitian Tide, and I stamped these splatters. And like, actually, I really like them. And I'm thinking, what else can I use this on? So again, 2 colors. It took me like two minutes to make this card. It's just a note card. It's just got 2 colors. And again, I used the same 3 stamps. okay, and did that in the parakeet party. And then just took a piece of the Tahitian tide cardstock, stuck that on. So these splatters are really quite cute, okay? I kind of think they should probably go with the pigs that I did last week, you know, kind of in a muddy color. Anyways, all right, I'm going to come back to the camera now if I can. So hold on, maybe. Oh, I got to move this again. Okay. Oh, got my fingers on the thing. Hello, hello. Okay, so I wanted to show you my mug. Okay, it's backwards, I'm sure, but this is my new Stampin' Up mug. It keeps your water cold, which is what I'm drinking today, and it keeps your hots hot. Okay, so it comes in the 5 in colors for 2022, 2024, which this is the Starry Sky one. And of course there is, I'll never remember all the colors. It's a Tahitian Tide, Parakeet Party, Orchid Oasis, and that pinky one that I can never freaking remember the name of. Let me just see what it's called. Sweet Sorbet. Yeah. So anyways, it comes in all these colors. So if you're interested, they're on the online store. Okay. And they're not very heavy. So they're perfect. And like I said, they keep your drinks cold and my tea hot. So as a matter of fact, the first time I used this, I made tea and I took it down to the dock to, you know, sit and have it. And it's about burnt my mouth. So I thought, okay, so now I know it needs to cool a little bit before you start to drink it. So keep that in mind if you get one. Okay, so my cards one more time. Just one more time. Da, da, da. And this one. Okay. All right, that's it. That's all I got today. Next week, I'm hoping to get into, you know, maybe some holiday stuff because Christmas is going to be here before I know it. So whether it will be Halloween-y stuff or it will be Christmas, who knows, but it will be one or the other. So that is something we can look forward to. All right, that's it. I hope you enjoyed my cards. I hope you have a great rest of the day. And you like the first one best. You didn't like the green one, eh? Didn't like the green one, Jean? So you just like this one? Well, it's pretty simple, and like I said, you can whip that up in no time. I just wanted to do something with this to show you the wreath, and do something with the die cutting. So that's what I came up with. So anyways, all right, have a great rest of the week, and we'll see you next week. All right, take care. Bye now.